Today was definitely a much different experience at Starbucks. If you don't like your job, don't take it out on the customers who are coming in. So I apologize for yesterday's vlog being so short. It was not my plan. When I went back and reviewed the footage that I shot, I wasn't satisfied with the way I was telling the story. It didn't come across correct or right. Later today, I got to run to Cincinnati and pick up some equipment and some footage that was shot for me by one of my colleagues. And I'm working on editing a video. A couple weeks ago, we went out to Chicago. Actually, it's about a month ago. We went out to Chicago and we shot footage of a middle school, and it was the most windiest footage I've shot with my drone. So we put the drone up in the sky, and the drone is just bouncing all over the place. It was crazy. I seriously thought it was gonna crash, but it didn't. It made it. And so I've got to edit that footage and get that video ready. It's actually due, so I don't want to miss any deadlines or anything like that. But I got to get that edited today, and then it's Friday, so we got to get prepared for the weekend. This weekend we are going to the Bengals Stadium, not to watch the Bengals play. Zachary is actually, his flag football team is playing in the Bengals Stadium tomorrow on Saturday, so that'll be cool. We'll be down there. I'm not a Bengals fan. My wife bursts into flames when she goes down onto the field. In fact, a funny story. 2 years ago on Zachary's first flag football team. Now, you know she's a huge Browns fan, and she requested for Zachary to be on the Browns. Well, the flag football organization said, no, we can't do that. So she said, okay, at least don't give me the Ravens, the Steelers, or the Bengals. Anybody else but the Ravens, the Steelers, or the Bengals. They gave us the Bengals. So for the first year, we were the Bengals. And so she claims it's the only time in her life she will ever root for the Bengals. So the following season comes up, and we say, listen, same thing. Can we have the Browns? No, no. Don't make us the Bengals. Don't make us the Ravens. Don't make us the Steelers. Anybody else. They gave us the Ravens. Finally, this season, the third season, we get away from the teams that she doesn't want Zachary to play on, and we're actually the Bears this year. We're the Bears. So as I sit here editing video, one thing that really upsets me, and just I don't know what else to say. Anybody who's ever edited video knows the struggle that I'm feeling right now. Beach ball. My computer's like a beast as far as like an editing machine, but sometimes even when I'm editing 4K footage, which is what this is, it still bogs down and slows down. And I mean, there is a solution. It's called editing in proxies. And I don't want to get technical, because I know a lot of the people who watch this vlog really don't care about technical information as far as video editing and stuff like that. But there is a way to get around this. It's a bit time consuming to get things set up, and I really don't want to do that. So I'd rather just sit here right now and watch this little spinning wheel of color as I wait for it to finish doing whatever it's doing, so I can then move on to the next step in the editing process, and that is fixing some of this drone footage so that I can use it in the video. So this is the second time today I've told you guys I have a drone, and I think tomorrow's little intro time-lapse thing, I might use the drone footage. Not this footage, but some footage maybe of Dayton or something like that. Maybe I'll go shoot some drone footage later today. That'll be fun. So one of the reasons why I wanted to start making videos again is because I wanted to get in shape. We had went to Disney this past year, this past summer, sometime earlier this year, and after Disney, I saw this picture here. And then also when I'm doing these videos, I see this here and I don't like it. Last year at Christmas, I had bought P90X, and I had bought all the equipment to go with P90X, and I had bought a chin-up bar and yoga blocks and all this crap. It's still in the box. It's never been opened, none of it. And here we are in October, and the plan was to try to get in shape last year. It didn't happen. It didn't work. And so now, one thing I want to start doing, one, I want to walk these guys a little bit more. Say hi, Fanny. So walk these guys a little bit more, get a little bit more exercise. Before anybody says, what happened to your other dog? Why do you only have one dog with you? I actually am only walking one at a time. So there's Bailey. He's walking now. And the reason I'm doing that, and you probably can't see me because of the backlight situation with the sun right behind me, but the reason I'm doing that is because Bailey is a little bit crazier when it comes to walks than Phineas. Phineas is pretty calm, being that he's a Rottweiler. But Bailey, even though he's older, he wants to smell everything, sniff everything, pee on everything, poop on everything. He's kind of a pain to walk sometimes. So I walk them separately. One of these days I'm going to try to do both of them at the same time, but just not today. Like years ago, I actually tried to run with Bailey, and I found that almost impossible because he kept stopping. And so you really can't run with a dog that wants to stop every 2 feet to smell something or do something. It's just, it makes it totally impossible to do. So with Bailey, he's kind of our special dog, and one of them slobbered on me, I just noticed. Well, I was gonna go get in the car, but the mail is here, and so let me get the mail first, and then somebody wants to say bye to me because I'm leaving. How much is that little boy in the window? So the time lapse you saw in the beginning of the video, this is where I shot it at. It's right here. This is Eastwood Lake. The Hydro Bowl, they have like boat races here all the time, but this is also where we bring our jet ski and we ride down that into the lake. Okay, so I want to show you this guy right here, him right there. Okay, so he was here taking pictures of the eagles. There's actually across the road here, and I'll show it to you. Way up in those trees, back over there, there's an eagle's nest, and they've been here for a few years, and so he had a 150 to 600 millimeter lens on that thing. I mean, it was like a freaking bazooka cannon, and so he actually showed me one of the pictures, and it's very impressive what he's able to capture of the eagles kind of flying over with his 150 to 600. The biggest lens I have is a 70 to 200, so I mean that was a monster lens. And I know I don't want to crash. And I know earlier I said something about taking the drone out, shooting some drone footage, and getting some time lapses with that maybe, or some intros type stuff with that. But the drone's dead. Well, it's not dead. The batteries are dead, and so I've got to charge them up, get them charged, and so I'll try to charge them tonight if I can remember. That way I can take it down to Cincinnati tomorrow and shoot the Bengal Stadium a little bit, do, you know, kind of maybe a flyover the Bengal Stadium while the kids are playing inside, playing flag football. Another thing I want to say is make sure, if you haven't already, there's a couple things. One, if you haven't liked the Facebook page, facebook.com/Tommieisme, go like the Facebook page. Real soon I'm going to do a question and answer session. That's where I'm going to ask you to leave the questions that you want to ask me, and then I'll read the questions live on the vlog here. But and answer them too. I just won't read the questions, I'll answer them. But that's where it'll happen, and so make sure you go and like facebook.com/Tommieisme, and then at the same time go and if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Why wouldn't you? That way you get an alert every time I post a video. That way you know ahead of time before everybody else. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to go and do the thing that I asked you to do? It's like talking to my kids. Just do it. Don't ask why. Don't ask questions. Just do what I tell you to do. Now go to your room. And there's nothing like being in standstill traffic on the highway. Well, not standstill, we're moving slightly. We're moving at 3 miles per hour on the highway. Oh, this semi is gonna block my ability to, oh wow. There's like an 8-car pileup here or something. Let this guy in. Nope. So there's your problem right there. Oh, they got debris all the way into the outside lanes. Yeah, this is a disaster. Wow. At least 8 cars involved. And a semi. This semi was involved too. I hope everybody's okay. You know, I'm trying to make light of the situation. because I got stuck in traffic. But if that's the worst thing that happened out of that is I got stuck in traffic, then that's a good thing, because if somebody got hurt, then obviously that's far worse than me being stuck in traffic. I mean, let's be real. You don't want somebody to get hurt just for the sake of them getting hurt, just because it inconvenienced you and took, you know, 5 minutes out of your day. Unless you're really, really a bad person and that's just what you do. Do it. Here, I'll do it with you. Come on.
Can you do it, Dad?
This one? Yep. That way. Oh, this one? Yep. Oh, man. What's going to happen? Oh, man. Press that button. Press that button right there.
Jackie, did you turn on the lights?
How cool is that? Did you do that?